Hello everyone. Hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome. The microphone is really far away. I just noticed. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Torchwood reaction. This is Haarute Live, and my name is Matt. And okay, so last time on Torchwood, we watched Power Rangers for like half an hour. It was the weird pregnancy episode with Gwen and the alien and the drama of the like families and like the misunderstandings and like it was weird, but yeah, there was a dumb Power Rangers weapon and I sidetracked into Power Rangers talk for like 20 minutes. uh by the way, if you didn't watch the discussion, if you didn't want to hear me talk about Power Rangers, I came up to the conclusion that Jack would be the Red Ranger, Tosh would be the Blue Ranger, Owen would be the Green Ranger, Gwen would be the Pink one, and Yanto would be the Yellow one. And Martha would be the White Ranger, which is the one that joins in like halfway through the season. That is like initially like an anti-hero or like an antagonist and then joins the main crew, but still kind of like the lone wolf. That would be Martha. But it also has been, so people have actually like like Patreon people have actually showed up and be like, okay, so if we go by Sentai rules, then Jack would absolutely be red. Owen would be black just because he's an asshole, and it's like, you know what, fair. Tosh would actually be yellow. Or no, Tosh would be pink because Tosh is the girliest of the two. Gwen is not, and I'm like, sure, I went on based on like Power Ranger rules, but if we go by Sentai, it's like okay. Yanto would be blue just because he's like the remaining quote unquote male color, and I suppose Gwen would be yellow. Um, sure, that also works. But I think we can agree that Jack and Owen are in the correct lanes. Like Jack would be red, and Owen would be black or green. I feel like black and green are interchangeable when it comes to Power Rangers because I feel like it depends on the season, right? It really does depend on the season. Uh, okay, I'm not gonna do this shit again. I'm just being an asshole at this point. I did put a lot of effort into that last week's thumbnail, by the way. I did put a lot of effort into that shit. I spent like 3 hours on that thumbnail, more so. And the entire time I was just talking to a friend like, I'm such an asshole for doing this shit. Like I shouldn't put this amount of effort into this nonsense. Like I don't even do thumbnails a week ahead of time. I usually don't do them until the day the video has to go up on YouTube Public. But that day I was like, you know what? Let's fucking do some Power Rangers, baby. Anyway, so Torchwood, right? I'm absolutely adding like a Sentai show on no I'm not. No I'm not because that is just gonna kill my channel, but I will absolutely love to watch Sentai. Okay, so fuck it. Let's just go ahead on this week's episode of Torchwood. Alright. So Torchwood season 2, episode 10. Let's go.
We're waiting for you.
That could not be creepier. They took your child. They took your fucking child. They stole your child's soul. It was all a ruse. So did that happen in the past? Okay, it did. I'm assuming because of this.
What is that?
Jack feels something. Oh, and it's playing itself again.
It's the electrode.
Oh, wow.
Hey, just go to your electro real quick. I didn't know if it was a thing. Oh, this guy works for the cinema. Nah, that's how it comes together. Nah, that's gonna be bad. This film is fucking cursed. Fucking circus music plays when you fucking show it. This fucking curse ass film is gonna suck everyone in this room into the nether realm, to the circus hell.
There's Auntie Peggy. She's been on the gin again.
Can you be quiet? Wait.
Jack is there! Jack is there! He's shooting himself because it's immoral. Because they saw the film, now they're marked. Now the circus lives on in their minds.
You're up there on the screen. Larder's life.
Wait, that means that Jack knows about this carnival shit.
Blurred
Into
images,
a
but it
film.
finished off the traveling shows. Killed them.
What if it didn't? What if they're still alive in the film? Oh shit, they're there! What is she doing?
Why not?
Why does she keep licking everything? They just instantly kill you if you say no. So you either become part of the show or they take your soul away. Cool. Oh shit. That? Whoa! Get this lady some water.
She's got a heartbeat, but she isn't breathing. Shouldn't really be alive.
Does she have brainwaves? Can she tell what's happening? It should. Well, she's not. What? Yeah. Logic doesn't apply. What am I saying?
I want to drink her tears.
Oh, okay. That's what she gives. She's thirsty. And they're gonna watch the film.
I knew those two.
Oh yeah, Jack.
Argued day and night.
Okay, no. So this did happen in the past. Jack was in it. Absolutely. There he
That
is.
is you.
Yes.
Right, now I've seen everything.
I was sensational.
He's part of this freak show.
Yeah, some things never change.
Oh,
The Night Travelers.
The what?
Gosh, play that back.
Okay, Jack knows something because he was there. What do you know? What do you know? What do you know?
They only performed in the dead of night. Anyway,
So you were at the day show.
it was just a tale that was around at that time, a ghost story.
There was a woman in front of that water tank.
Yeah, there was, Yondu, you're right.
That's right, I remember her wearing almost nothing.
They came, yeah, her and the guy inviting, and there's the guy that invites you. Yeah, they came out of the film.
I was sent to investigate rumors of the Night Travelers.
Okay.
By who?
Long story.
Flashback, and it's in black and white too. This is great. Oh, okay, it's gaining color.
She is the nearest thing that you will ever see
The siren.
to a living
Yeah, mermaid.
mermaid.
Maybe she's a real ass mermaid.
Will take your breath away.
Literally. Welcome to the Dark Carnival, brother. Woo woo. Okay, I was holding on to that line for like 20 minutes. I didn't know when to throw it, but might as well throw it right there. Okay. Oh, they're done.
Don't be stupid.
Okay.
She was picking up the sea.
In the middle of town.
It's gone now.
Weird that we're not like chasing them. We're sitting around trying to find information, which, you know, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I feel like Torchwood usually just kinda goes out and shoots things in the head, because usually that's what solves the problem. This is a weird thing, though. I like this scene. We get to see them, not just as antagonists, as characters. This is good. Does he carry the ocean in his pocket? Is that what that is? Y'all are weird.
We have their ghosts here. I can see them whenever I want. Our audience. Can we bring the others?
The rest of the circus? Back to the hospital, more victims. Fuck them
happened to the
kids,
parents?
says Torchwood.
They came from out of the rain.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Because they said
Why?
the same.
Those words from Out of the Rain, I'm sure I've heard them before.
Where?
Christina, she was a patient.
Here?
No, at Providence Park. It's a psychiatric hospital. Full-time patient. Been there since she was a child. You know, she was a strange one.
Is she like 80 years old?
She said they were coming to steal her last breath.
Wow, this plot progression point was very fortunate that the random ass nurse lady.
From out of the rain.
Yeah, this is an old lady
Came to the village.
that is like 88 years old. It's the girl from back then.
Your eyes are older than your face.
Fuck! You're very observant.
It means you don't belong.
Wow!
You're from nowhere.
These lines are like way too much. I love them.
And acrobats. And a man with fire in his hands.
There was someone that shot himself in the head too. Don't worry about that one, though.
Beautiful young woman in a silvery costume. She seemed to glisten.
This bitch is so thirsty. This is a Doctor Who as villain, which I'm a big fan of. Not even a modern Doctor Who villain, a classic Doctor Who villain as villain. Like, this is what this is. I'm imagining the actress being cast just being like, okay, so you're gonna wear this dumb carnival clothes and you're just gonna drink water every scene from the floor. And she's like, alright. That's inside.
He was the ghost maker.
Wow! The Ghost Maker. This is a badass villain since
In his audience forever.
and you run the
I
fuck
turned
away.
and ran away as fast as I could.
Yeah, you do that shit. Good on you for being smart at 5 years old. Oh, they're coming back from this for this kid. Oh, maybe there's more film here. Oh, she is just okay. I book it. Smart. Just run, dude. Did Torchwood give you their number? Please tell me they did. Yeah, they fucking did. Torchwood music is so good. It's like dumb action film music.
A woman lying underwater. I thought she drowned.
Anyone else?
She wasn't even naked. I mean, she was in the tub, but she wasn't naked. Who does that shit? If I'm gonna die because of some ghost lady, at least I would like to see some boobage. Alright? Am I right, bro? Up top. Yeah, they're gone.
This way, please.
Run!
What if we
Okay.
filmed them?
A film of a film.
Oh my god, this is so dumb. Let's go.
Then they'd be trapped.
Let's suppose they're made of camphor and nitrate, made of shadows, made of light, just enough light.
We film them, capture them in that.
Then expose the film to as much light as possible.
Of course, we'd blank them out, we'd lose them.
Let's hope so.
It is my mum and dad.
Would they lock themselves in?
No. Please let them be okay, please.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be, buddy. But they can be restored, maybe, hopefully. Also, those children are fucked. They're dried out.
No, Jonathan.
Dad?
Here comes.
Get him out of here.
This is great. This is a great spot for a final confrontation. I like the permanent damage on no one's hand. I'm gonna continue to say it.
Check.
Film him. Is Jack gonna come through again, though? That's what I'm wondering. What's gonna happen to the part of the film where Jack goes in? Or at least, maybe it won't matter because it's just a night crew. Filmed them all in one shot. The guy in the top hat is not here though.
To us.
It's not. You've been filmed. Not all of them though. The guy hasn't been filmed at all. Oh, but maybe he's there. He's projecting it. Yeah, there he is.
What are you? There's not a breath in your poor sad body.
Yeah, about that. I'm immortal, bitch. Well, not really. That's the other guy, but.
He's got it! I've got it!
Yeah. I can't believe that shit worked. Just like one of them just runs in and the other guy, yeah, I got it. Fucking the circus is back in town. Oh shit. Film him. Film him.
If their breaths escape the flask, all the victims will die!
Is that how it works? You're gone. They're all gone. They're gone. There are carnivals no more. Nice catch. Okay.
One.
It's one still inside.
Just one.
Only say one? That was a final fuck you move by the guy. Wow. Just one kid.
What are you doing?
It'll be
I
fine.
need your help.
What is that thing?
Please, just trust me.
Give me a hand.
Careful.
This is not what a professional should do. Just trust me, okay?
What have you done to him?
Give him some water. Get some water.
It worked.
Welcome back.
Your entire family's dead, kid. That sucks, though. They're going like, oh my god, it'll work, we saved him. It's like his entire family's dead. That kid's not gonna be fine. That kid's entire life just got destroyed.
The Night Travelers could still be there, somewhere.
That's just the ominous ending that they want to give us. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. The music plays. Okay, that was the circus episode. That was the Dark Carnival. Sure. I actually do enjoy like carnivals and clowns and shit when it comes to like stories like this. Just like the creepy clown trope and shit. It's fun. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the carnivals and shit. I think they can be fun. They're colorful. And I like the creepy eerie dissonance between like cheery carnival music and just like murder, right? It's a good dissonance between two things. One that should be fun and enjoyable, and just like no creepy and murder. That's good. I do like that. So, all right, we got a little bit of that in this episode. Who wrote this episode? Who wrote / directed it? Because it felt like a little weird, almost, at times. It felt a little weird because there were moments such as when like the nurse was just like going. So Jack and Yanto just showed up and they were like, it's like they came from the rain, and then the nurse is like, "What did you say? I've heard that somewhere before. It was that old lady that said it that one time." And then they took her to a mental ward. And it's like, wow, the fucking coincidence that just randomly we said that one thing that wasn't prompted by nothing, which just happened to be the thing that that woman said one other time, and this random ass nurse was there and she heard it and she paid enough attention to remember it in the future, and then she would be like, she wouldn't just shrug it off and be like, "Huh, he just said something that sounds like something I would remember." No, she went like, "I've heard that somewhere before. Yes, it was that late." It was like, oh my god, that was like a very convenient plot progression point. That was very convenient. I'm not shitting on it. I just feel like it was one of those things where I'm like, wow, you really needed to progress the plot here, and this is the direction you took. It's like, all right, that's how it felt a little bit. It didn't feel that's the most like, I feel like this is a show being written in front of me. That I've had watching the show, I feel like. Because usually you want to mask the fact that this is just a show. This felt like just like it gives it away because it was like too fortunate. Everything just lined up together perfectly. And it was just so many coincidences that it was like, oh my god, okay. So, and there was also that moment at the end where it was supposed to be like this like creepy, just like, oh, this kid is taking the film because they're buying the film, and then it falls and it plays the music, and then the kid starts to like put it together again, and then Jack hears the music, and then we cut away to the kid and they're walking away with it, and Jack just puts the flash and just closes it, and it's like, I feel like that ending was like 5 scenes longer than it should have been to drive the point that it wanted to drive, which was they're out there somewhere, just like the open ended, just like creepy, just like, hey, you don't know. But yeah, I feel like it was longer than it should have been. You should have just had the kid and the dad just buy film, and then it ends. You could play the music, but it doesn't. You don't even have to do that, because just the fact that the show shows you this kid and the dad buying film, and then the episode ends, I feel like that's ominous enough that you can be like, oh shit, right? That is enough. It's almost like, remember Blink? Remember fucking Blink? Oh, we all remember Blink. Doctor Who Series 3, I don't know which episode it was, like 10. So Blink, of course, it was like the episode that made Moffat the showrunner, like single-handedly almost, right? But like Blink was at the ending of Blink, we did have like that moment where they were like, don't blink. The doctor just telling you that just directly into the audience from like the TV, and we just had a bunch of shots from words. We just had a bunch of shots of like statues and shit, and it's like, what did you say? Don't turn away, don't blink, good luck, right? And then it ends, and that's dope. But like that was like almost driving the point harder than it should have been, right? It was like way too much, not subtle at all. Just like statues, the guardian, the weeping angel, they're gonna kill you, and then it ends, and it's like okay, just like. You could like, I feel like you could just like, well, I suppose it does its job in like making you remember that ending, just because it's like so fuck you, just like so in your face, right? And that's how it feels a little bit for this, but like lamer, right? Because it doesn't even have the style of being like a TV recording or whatever. I'm getting super sidetracked. Okay, so back to the actual episode. So at the beginning, I do like that at the beginning we did see the girl, and then we saw the girl as an old lady later on. That was cool. That was cool. I like that. Was it the same girl? I think it was. I think it actually was, because it would be cool to do so. It would be a missed opportunity if it wasn't, right? But it would be cool. It was cool to show her there, because like when they said the lady said, I heard that before, and it was this person, it was this woman, and I'm just like, oh my god, how old is she? Is she like 88? Because that has to be the little girl, because Jack said it was 80 years ago. So it was. The girl was 80, well, the woman was 86 years old, and it's like, yeah, I must have been like 6 at the time. And it's like, that's dope. It's dope that this random, because at the beginning, we do have many moments where we have a beginning like sequence. Not only for Torchwood, I feel it's mostly for Doctor Who, where we have a beginning sequence that has something to do with the main plot, but doesn't actually like connect to it. Like that scene doesn't even happen at the same time period, right? And it didn't, but it has something to do with it. So it has no direct connection, but it just it just tries to give you like a feeling of like, this is what we're going to be doing. And you go like, oh shit. Okay. Stakes set. And then the intro rolls, and then the doctor arrives and the companion, and they talk to some shit, and then they find something that leads them in that direction. That's how it works for Doctor Who. For Torchwood, kind of more or less like that too. It doesn't happen as often, but it sometimes does. That's how it felt for this. But then halfway through the episode, it's just like, no, that little girl actually matters, because she's like the only survivor of this shit. And we can actually go and talk to her. And she has perfect memory of the events of that night. And she just told us exactly what they told her, exactly what they said, exactly what she did. And they were like, all right, cool. And that lady was... So that fucking lady, okay, so I'm going back to the episode. Give me a second. That fucking lady, she just dropped some lines that it was again, felt like way too much. Way too much. What the fuck did she say? This is where it is. They instantly sit down to talk, and the lady, Jack smiles, and the lady instantly looks at him weird, and she goes, "Your eyes are older than your face." And they just sit there like, what? And he's like, is that a bad thing? And she's like, yes, it means you don't belong. It means you're from nowhere. It's like, oh my god, lady, do you do tarot card reading? Is that your hobby? And then when she saw Yanto, she goes, they touch you, I can sense it. They touch you as they pass you by. It's like, what? How does this lady know so much? The Yanto one I could kind of believe, because it's kind of like this sci-fi bullshit, whatever, carnival touch. She feels it because she has gone through it too. sure. But the Jack one is the one that it's like, your eyes are older than you actually are. You don't belong here. You're from nowhere. It's like, that was like way too dead on. That was like almost funny to me. That was like almost funny. I enjoyed it. Like, I get a lot of enjoyment out of like fucking cheesy ass fucking lines like that. It's just like, it's fun to me, and I enjoy them because it's like way too much. It's actually awesome for me. Okay. So she just gave them the entire. Okay, I didn't even explain what the episode was about because why should I do that? You watch the reaction, you know what it's about. It's interesting to have this like two guys as antagonists. I do enjoy having. Okay, so here's the thing: is that we didn't even have alien shit in this, right? We didn't have alien shit in it, and that makes it better. Because okay, I'm gonna say something maybe controversial here. The aspect of sci-fi that focuses on alien shit is the least interesting aspect of sci-fi to me. I am here for the weird shit, and this episode did that, and I enjoy that. I enjoy the fact that it's just like, yep, those guys from the night carnival, they just film themselves and immortalize themselves on film, so then they would come out years in the future when the film is played again. It's like, okay, I have a couple questions about how that works, but we're not going to answer any of them because that's not the point, man. The point is, here's the guy in a top hat and this girl that is thirsty all the time. We need to get rid of them. We're going to film them on film again and expose them to the sun, and then they will blink out of existence. Why does it work like that? Okay, they weren't people. They weren't aliens. What were they? Were they Mara? I don't think they were Mara. We can't just say that everything is Amara. I don't think that was Amara at all. I don't know what they were, but you know what? Doesn't matter. That's the magic. That's the magic of this. Is that it doesn't matter. Fuck you. You don't get any answers. Why would you want answers? The show is not about answers. It's not about making sense. This is just about dumb shit. I enjoy that so much. I enjoy that. I enjoy having the Dark Carnival come here. I drop a sick ICP reference in the middle of that episode. I just drew it randomly at one point because I didn't find a right place to say it, and I've been sitting on it for like 20 minutes. But there was a moment to say it near the end when the rest of the carnival came by. I should have said it then, but I couldn't resist myself. I dropped it earlier. But yeah. So anyway, are any fans of the ICP here in the comment? I'm not. I never listened to an ICP song. Well, I listened to the Miracle shit. That one was funny. Magnets, how did it work, man? But I think the ICP is funny. The existence of the ICP and Juggalos is funny. I enjoy it. I also like how apparently Shaggy 2 Dope is an asshole, but Violent J is actually a really cool guy and a good dad, because Violent J apparently just like his daughter is a furry, and then he got like a fursuit and for his daughter and for himself, and then they started going to like furry cons together because he tries to bond with his daughter, and he's like, yeah man, I don't understand the fur shit, but my daughter likes it, so I like it too, and it's a lifestyle, and we're both furries now. And it's like, oh my god. Was it Violent? It had to be Violent J, because yeah, Violent J fursuit. Because I remember that the joke was that Violent J was the good one, and Shaggy 2 Dope was the asshole, apparently. Yeah, there are fucking headlines. Violent J from ICP supports his furry daughter. There's fucking pictures and shit. He's like a weird juggalo dog, by the way. Go and fucking Google search that. Go and Google search Violent J fursuit, and go to Google Images, and you'll find the fucking fursuit, and it's a juggalo version of like a dog or a wolf. I don't know what it is. but like he has to juggle a painting on his face, and it's fucking great. I love it. I love that shit. Okay, so previous week I got sidetracked into Power Rangers. This week I'm gonna sidetrack into furries and the ICP. But anyway, so all right, I feel like this episode was super straightforward. It was fun to see Jack from like 80 years ago and just hanging in there, hanging out in like the carnival as the man that couldn't die. He just shot himself. But it's weird because he shot himself, but he didn't pass out, which is what usually happens. He just did it, and he kept being like, "Hey, I can't die." So that gun was probably fake. I'm just saying. It's probably fake. Okay, so they saved one of the kids from the couple. It was weird that they treated it as like, we saved them. It worked. It's awesome. He's gonna be fine. And then he's like, Jack smiles at him, and then the kid smiles back, and there's like hopeful music, and it's like, no, that kid's life is destroyed now. Both of his parents and his brother died. He has nothing left. And that kid is like, what, like 5? That kid's life is fucked. He's gonna be traumatized for life. His soul/water, because I suppose those are interchangeable, got sucked out of him, as well as everyone around him, and then he was in a coma, in a dark carnival-induced coma, and then he came back to life, and given John Barrowman is there and smiling at you, so that's dope. But after that, it's like, yeah, no, everything you love is gone, kid. But you're alive though, cool. Fuck them kids, says Torchwood. I like that. I like that is where Torchwood stands. Just like, no, we're gonna screw over every kid that we find. We're gonna kill like half of them, and we're gonna deeply traumatize the rest. That's great. Also, that gets the dude from the cinema. His parents are dead too. So that sucks for him. So that sucks for him because he seemed to like care a lot. He was in a couple scenes like tagging along. So it's weird that we didn't resolve him. Like he didn't come back to be like, "Oh my god, my parents are dead." We just never see him again. This episode was like very focused on like Yanto and Jack, as in like they were like the main characters, but it wasn't focused on them as people. It was just like that they were the main characters, which I enjoy. I actually do enjoy that shit. This feels like going back to like random one-off episode of Torchwood, because I feel like we've had like progression episodes since like, I don't know, since like episode like 2 of this season, right? Mid was progression. Adam was kind of a one-off, but it was also heavily focused on like the characters. And it did have a little bit of progression. Reset was progression. Dead Man Walking was progression. A Day into Death was progression. Something Butter was weird and a one-off, and also drama with the family progression. Gwen got married, so I suppose there is progression there. And then this one is finally like, thank fucking God. It's just random weird shit, and we just move on from that. Previous episode was also weird shit, but it was like pregnant weird. This is like weird circus. We are not gonna explain anything that's happening, and people just die, and we just investigate it. And there's this weird lady that just drinks water off the floor. That's an interesting villain. That's an interesting fucking villain. I like that because it's just like this lady that just looks weird. Is just dressed in this like weird silver clothes, like a ballerina or some shit, and she's just like drinking water in every scene. She just goes down to a puddle and just drinks from it, and it's like, I'm trying to think what it would have been for like the actress to cast for this. It's just like, all right, so in every scene you're gonna have to be wearing this dumb outfit, and every scene you have to drink water. What, from like a water bottle? No, from the floor. We're just gonna throw some water on the floor and like a puddle, and you're gonna have to go down to it, and you're gonna have to be like, and then there's gonna be this weird scene where this weird dude with the top hat and dumb mustache, he's gonna lick all over your hand. Cool. I like this episode. It was a weird one. I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. I like weird, dumb one-off Torchwood episodes. They are like hit or miss, I think. But I like this one. I like this one a lot. Okay. That was such a petty move though, by the way. When they defeated the guy just threw the flask up there with the lid open. He was just like, if I'm dying, I'm gonna take in as many as I can with me. I was like, yo, that guy was an asshole. Like before that, you could make the argument. It was like, nah, he's just like hungry or his girl's thirsty. And then it's like, no, he's just an asshole. He just killed everyone. So fuck him, I suppose. Dude, they were very classic Doctor Who villains. I have to say, I enjoy that very much. They remind me of the greatest show in the galaxy, actually. So I watched a classic Doctor Who episode. Serial. From the Seventh Doctor. And it was the greatest show in the galaxy, and the reason why I wanted to watch it is because it was dumb circus and clowns and shit, and I was like, let's fucking go. And some people like recommended it too when I asked for like classic recommendations, and I enjoyed that fucking serial a lot, actually. I really enjoyed it. It was dumb McCoy just doing dumb shit, and there were like clowns, and there was like rapping, and it was great. And there was like a lady doing tarot card readings too. And there were then it's like, well, the audience was actually the gods of Ragnarok that were just forcing people to entertain to them, and then they just like vaporized him or whatever. He was like dumb. And I really loved it. And these villains reminded me of that. Reminded me of that fucking serial. And I feel it was a very classic Doctor Who episode. Like, I keep thinking about it. Like, the vibe of it felt very classic Doctor Who. Did anyone else get that vibe? It doesn't feel like modern Doctor Who. And it feels like Torchwood, but it's almost like a little bit too weird to be Torchwood. It was classic Doctor Who. That's what this episode felt like. That's great. I'm really wondering who wrote it. I like that at the beginning, Yanto just went out to see like an old classic film with Gwen and Owen, and they were just like laughing and talking and saying dumb shit, and Yanto was like, "Shut up, guys! I'm trying to enjoy the film." It's like Yanto was super into it. He was like, I feel bad for him. I love Yanto. Yanto's the best because Yanto's like, I'm here to watch this classic ass films and see classic people in it and just smile because it reminds me of my childhood, because I used to come here with my dad and I used to have a great old time watching these old ass fucking films. And so I come here with my friends and I'm like, yeah, let's go watch some classic movies. And then they start making fun of it, just like, fucking look at that woman over there, and they just start laughing. And Yanto's like, shut up. I'm enjoying it. It's like, oh my god. That's great. I love him. I love Yanto. He's the best. He's awesome. So yeah, I like that. That little interaction was great. If the entire episode had just been that would have been great for me too. That would have been awesome. Anyway, so anything else I can say about this episode? I feel like it was like super straightforward. I just made like dumb ICP references and shit, and that's about it. Yeah, I think that was it for this Torchwood episode. Thank you for being here. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this reaction episode to a Torchwood. If you would like to see next one, should already be up on Patreon. This was full length. Check out the links in the description. Yeah, and I'll see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye.